Thank you for joining this call, Mr. Daniel.
You're welcome.
So I have some students from people in my DM concerning education, and the question is about, does education really worth it? Looking at the technological trend that we have now, so many of them said, if you look at the 4 years course that they are studying, that does it really worth it? Because they complain about unemployment and the likes, and so many people are making it through social media. And if you look at all these social media platforms we are talking about now, they letting me know that Facebook is paying, TikTok is paying, and all other platforms too, YouTube pays as well before. So now the question is, does the education still worth it up to now? So now I made a clarification concerning that my own belief of education, according to Obanya, that education is a companion which no misfortune can depress, no crime can destroy, no enemy can alienate, no despotism can enslave. At home, education is always our friend, and abroad is always an introduction. In solitude is a solace, and in our society is still an ornament. There is fasting vice, it guide virtue, give government to genius, and without this education we are talking about, that what is a man? A man is just a splendid slave, reasoning savage. So after all this my justification, they still give a lot of evidences that does education still worth it, that there are a lot of people that they are not into going to majorly their point is about that 4 years journey to the university and still not getting anything. That meanwhile you can start content creating, you can learn things through AI and the like. So I want you to give a clarification concerning that, because for now I believe you are currently serving as a graduate assistant at a federal university in Akwa Ibom, right? So thank you very much. We would like you to enlighten us more about that. Thank you. You can proceed, sir.
Okay, let me say pretty simple that is as quickly as possible. All right. If you look at education as a concept, it's broad. It goes beyond what we can actually imagine, because according to the National Policy on Education, that is in 2004, it defined education as an instrument. It said education is an instrument for affecting or affecting the national development. And also again, if you look at this education is actually divided into two. You have the formal education, you have the informal education. While the formal education is the one that is actually being divided or put into different sections. Like we have the primary education, we have the secondary education, and we have the tertiary education. While the main concern is on the tertiary education. And whether we like it or not, education is beyond imagination. And education is what happens to every individual from the day we were born to the day we died. That is Plato. Plato defined education as everything that happens to an individual from the day we were born to the day we die. So meaning that everybody goes through education, either you like it or not. Even those people that we call illiterate, they went through education just because they were not satisfied, or they don't have this certificate to actually validate their identity that they are actually educated, and that is formal education. So either it is formal, either it is informal, it is education. And this education that we're actually talking about, it has three domains. We have the cognitive domain, we have the affective domain, and we have the psychomotor domain. The cognitive domain is actually one that has to deal with the brain, the thinking, the reasoning, and the way students can assimilate and the way students can comprehend a particular subject matter of discourse. While we are looking at psychomotor actually deal with skills. Now, looking at social media come into limelight through education. Yes, through education. Those that discover or found those social media have gone through education, even though they drop out. They still go through education. Without education, how would they be able to read? Without education, how would they be able to know the gap between the innovation and the rest? So, from my own perspective, having been a graduate studying mathematics and also being serving currently in a university, I can say education is one of the forefront and one of the bedrock of any nation. Talking about Nigeria education system, our curriculum blueprint is robust. And I can tell you that if you go to anywhere in the whole world, you will see in Nigeria being performing, functioning, and doing well in the education setting. So I can say that education, the least that is standard and standardized right now is the 4 years degree. That means without the 4 years degree certificate, somebody cannot boldly say, I am a graduate, I am educated. Because the 4 years degree has been already planned, have been structured, and have been standardized to make every individual a useful and resourceful individual to participate in the ongoing innovation that is currently going on. Take a look, for example,
Mr. Daniel.
opportunity, and you will take a look at one of the criteria there, it is graduate. Even for you to go into technology, you have to be a graduate before they can actually see you as somebody that have this pedagogical knowledge and understanding. Yes, for you to actually be an embodiment of excellence of knowledge for best practices at any level, talking about, you have to have this education. Because education is one of the things that happen to every individual from the day we were born to the day we die, according to Plato.
Mr. Daniel.
When I was born, I have been given education. So what do you have to say about education as a concept?
Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting up to this, and you really brought in the concept and explained. And so I just some point down to which I'm going to share with so many students that reached out to me. Thank you so much. We will continue with the next question later. I really appreciate. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you. Bye.
All right, you are welcome.